Hey guys, it's John and Gordon, and today I wanted to talk about Heartstopper. It's a TV show on Netflix. The star came out on Twitter and announced that he was bi, and said that he came out because he felt forced to. He was being accused of queerbaiting because he's.
What's that?
So queerbaiting is where someone who knows nothing about you comes out with accusations that they have totally no basis for because they don't know who you are.
Where does the queer part come in?
I'm being funny.
I don't actually know what a queerbaiting is. I'm sincerely asking you.
Oh, what? So queerbaiting is when someone who is not queer plays a queer person. That could be on TV, that could be on film, that could be pretending to be queer in public.
Why is that called queerbaiting?
I didn't come up with the term, but that's what it is. That's what it is.
That is such a weird term for that. Dude, I don't know. Anyway, go ahead. What are we doing here?
Well, this is their accusation that he plays a queer person. That's a fact. They accused him of not being queer and thus queer baiting, and that is to be frowned upon. That should not be allowed. That's their position on that. You should not be allowed to play a queer person if you are not queer. And because of that backlash, he came out on Twitter because he felt forced to come out so that it wouldn't ruin his acting career if it was marred by queer baiting, pretending to be queer to play a part.
So I guess if you're not straight, you can't play straight people.
But
good luck getting an acting career. I'll see you.
Oh, that's a good point. Right. So if you're gay, you can't play straight. That's straight baiting. According to this. Now, of course, we don't have that opinion. My opinion is, why would it even matter? Why should the public care who you are in your private, inside the bedroom? Like, that's like a very private thing.
It's a very vocal minority that cares. No, like, I'm talking less than 5%. Less than 5% actually cares. And the only reason why Hollywood cares is because they want to be PC. That's it. And they're eating themselves. They're destroying themselves from the inside when they do this stuff. When they listen to this garbage, because the logic doesn't make sense ever.
Could you imagine if he just didn't come out, even though he was queer? He just doesn't come out, and it totally ruins his career. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean,
how
could you call yourself the hero of the story for accusing him of queer baiting, but he wants to remain in the closet because he doesn't feel coming out. Like, he doesn't feel like coming out yet.
Right.
How could you call
now
yourself the hero?
Now he's going to be typecast for the rest of his career.
Typecast? But then how could you call yourself the hero? How could you look at yourself like you've done something justified in making these accusations? Why should it matter?
They're never justified.
Their private life.
Never justified, dude. It's just these people, this vocal minority of people that cares and wants to rip everyone. They just want to control people. That's what they want.
Could you imagine? First of all, you could be married to a woman as a man and still be queer. That has happened throughout history. They have a word for it. It's called a beard, right? When you have when you're with a woman dating or you're married, it's called having a beard. You're not comfortable coming out, maybe from family pressure. So it's really not fair to accuse someone of that. And I guess the issue is, from their perspective, they don't want someone playing gay if they're not actually gay. They want representation. But
sure,
that person playing the gay person could be gay and not comfortable saying that.
Yeah.
And so, for those people, we need to not make a big deal about it.
Sure.
We should be able to protect someone who doesn't want to out themselves.
It shouldn't be about protecting. It should just be like, who's the best actor for the role? Who's got a good enough following? Who has enough star power to play this role?
But I'm imploring their logic. So I'm saying, okay, if you want to play on that field, let me use your logic. Let me use your logic and play your game.
They don't use logic. That's the point. That's my point.
It's totally illogical. But even if we do take their logic, we can still. It still totally unjust.
On itself.
Yeah, it crumbles. It destroys itself because it's totally illogical. All right, guys, that's our thoughts. We're curious to hear what you have to say about that. Do you think people who are gay can only play gay characters? To us, that seems utterly ridiculous. loving someone attraction, everyone knows how that feels, and the actor's job is to bring authenticity to the character. Oh, get out of here. So, shouldn't I be able to love anyone? Shouldn't I be able to take my experience loving a woman and just apply that to a man? I just played a gay character.
Yeah.
What are they gonna say?
I can't live with you anymore.
Yeah. Come on. I just played a gay character. I might be bi and not comfortable saying it. You don't know.